What's up, everybody? So, the event that I'm focusing on is the Battle of Second Trenton, and I'm also going to be focusing on the battlefield that took place on, which is Assunpink Creek, or Mill Hill Park, what is known as today, in New Jersey. So, the Second Battle of Trenton. The battle took place on January 2nd, 1777. The first battle took place on December 26th. 1776. So this was like a week after, a little more than a week. There were 3,900 total forces, 2,400 being Americans and 1,500 being British. Now let's get into the casualties because the British suffered a lot. Of those 1,500, there were 900 casualties total. 800 of them were either missing or captured, with 22 being killed and 83 wounded. And for the Americans, there were only 5 wounded, which was pretty outstanding because it's a war. You would expect there to be more casualties. Thank God there weren't. Now, this is the primary document of all the captured soldiers that were Hessian. Those are the main opponents during this battle. And this is a long list. They had to get a lot of names. All right, here are the tactics. So Washington ordered a defensive line constructed along the Assunpink Creek south of Trenton. He also dispatched 1,000 of his 7,000-man force halfway up the road between Trenton and Princeton. He assigned a majority of the troops to defend Phillips Mill Ford and ordered the troops to be set up campfires for a sneaky backdoor escape. Washington assigned the majority of his infantry to defend the Phillips Mill Ford, and this was some of the first successes that George Washington had as a general. These victories restored American morale and renewed confidence in Washington himself. And here it is today. This is a picture of the bridge. This location is preserved and is used for many different activities. Recreational use includes creekside amphitheater, walking paths, a large open lawn area, and a plaza. And then it's bisected by the Assunpink Creek, which is in this picture right here. And this is a quote right from the website. A renovation plan for the park is being developed that will include improved access, enhanced landscape, and a series of interpretive signs detailing the history of the site and directing the visitor to numerous historic and sites within walking distance of the park. And they actually put some of those up right now. It's also between the historic Douglas House and the Mill Hill Playhouse, home to the Passage Theater. And I have some pictures coming up right here. So these are 2 signs that are at the park right now. And this house right here is actually the Alexander Douglas House. And it's been preserved from all the way back in 1700s. And it looks pretty similar. Obviously, it's not going to be the same exact thing. They had to make changes, but it's very similar. Now, would it be worth a field trip? I'm actually currently teaching the American Revolution in high school to sophomores and a junior. And I think it would be really beneficial to actually go so that they can see the rich history that's here and that they can actually walk on the land that the battles took place. And when I'm talking about how the soldiers were set up, the strategy that was behind it, they can have a visual and see why it was important that Washington set up the soldiers in such a way. The town is kept to look old school, and this can help students capture the visuals of the time period. And the park itself is big and full of current day activities to participate in. So not only would they get something historical, but they could also have some fun while they're there. So all in all, I think this is a really interesting place. I didn't get to go myself. I actually would want to go since it's like 45 minutes from my house. So I should go take some pictures, and maybe I'll post it here on this discussion post soon. All right, see ya.